All right, let's get right to it. You work hard for your money, don't you? You put in the hours, you pay your bills, and you try to save a little something. But is your money working hard for you? This is where the magic of compound interest comes in. And I want you to understand it because it is the single most important tool for building wealth. Put simply, compound interest is the interest you earn on your original money, plus the interest you earn on the interest you've already made. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger, faster and faster. This is your money growing on its own. Think about it this way. You plant a small seed, which is your initial savings. That seed grows into a small plant that produces a few more seeds. Now, instead of just having your original seed, you have the plant and the new seeds. If you plant those new seeds, you get even more plants and even more seeds. Compound interest works exactly like that. Your initial investment is your first seed. The interest it earns are the new seeds. When you reinvest that interest, you are planting more seeds, allowing your wealth to multiply without you having to do any extra work. It's a beautiful, powerful cycle. Many people think building wealth is about getting a huge raise or winning the lottery. That is not a plan. That is a dream. A real plan is one you can control. Compound interest is your plan. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a get-rich-smart and steady strategy. It's about putting your money in a place where it can grow, like a high-yield savings account, a certificate of deposit, or an investment account. Then, you let it sit and do its thing. You let the interest pile up on the interest, creating a foundation for true financial security. You must be patient and you must be disciplined. So, when we talk about making your money work for you, this is what we mean. It's not about complex financial charts or risky stock market bets you don't understand. It is about this one simple, powerful concept. Your money earns a little bit of interest. That interest gets added to your total. The next time interest is calculated, it's on a bigger amount, so you earn even more interest. This process repeats over and over, turning a small amount of savings into a significant nest egg over time. It is the secret of the wealthy, and now it is your secret too. Let's look at some real numbers so you can see this in action. Imagine you have $1,000 to save. You find an account that gives you a 5% annual interest rate compounded once a year. After the first year, you will earn 5% of $1,000, which is $50. Your new balance is now $1,050. You didn't have to lift a finger for that extra $50. It was a gift from your money. Now, here is where the compounding magic really begins. In the second year, you aren't earning interest on just your original $1,000 anymore. You are earning it on the full $1,050. So, in year 2, the calculation is 5% of $1,050. That comes out to $52.50 in interest. See that? You earned an extra $2.50 just because your interest from the first year started earning its own interest. Your new total is now $1,102.50. It might not sound like a huge difference at first, and this is where people lose patience. They look at the small gains in the beginning and think it's not working, but you must resist that feeling. The early years are when you are building the foundation. The real growth, the explosive growth, comes later on. Let's fast forward 10 years into our example. With that same $1,000 and 5% interest, your account would have grown to about $1,628. You've earned $628 without putting in another dime. Now let's jump ahead 20 years. Your account balance would be over $2,650. You have more than doubled your money, with most of that growth happening in the second decade. The first 10 years earned you about $628, but the next 10 years earned you over $1,000. This is the power of the curve. It starts slow and then accelerates dramatically. This is why you have to think long-term. Short-term thinking will make you pull your money out too soon. You'll get impatient with the $50 you made in the first year and miss out on the thousands you could make later. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Every dollar of interest you earn becomes a new little worker that goes out and earns more money for you. Your job is to hire as many of these little workers as you can by saving consistently and then let them do their job for as long as possible. That is how you win the money game. To truly appreciate the power of compounding, you need to see it next to its weaker cousin, simple interest. Simple interest is interest paid only on your original principal amount. It never takes into account the interest you've already earned. Let's go back to our $1,000 investment with a 5% interest rate. With simple interest, you would earn $50 every single year. After year 1, you have $1,050. After year 2, you have $1,100. After year 3, $1,150. It's predictable, it's steady, but it is slow and it is weak. Your money is not working as hard as it could be. Now let's put it side by side. Imagine two people, Sarah and Tom. They both start with $1,000 and get a 5% interest rate. Sarah's account uses compound interest, while Tom's uses simple interest. After 5 years, Tom will have earned $250 in interest, $50 per year, for a total of $1,250. Sarah, with her compounding account, will have about $1,276. A small difference, right? But this is where the story gets interesting. We cannot just look at 5 years. We have to look at the long-term picture, because that is where your financial future is built. Let's check in on Sarah and Tom after 30 years. Tom, with his simple interest, has earned $50 a year for 30 years. That's $1,500 in interest, bringing his total to $2,500. Not bad. He more than doubled his money. But what about Sarah? Her money has been compounding all this time. Her initial $1,000 has grown to over $4,320. That is a difference of more than $1,800. They started in the exact same place, but Sarah let her money work smarter, not just harder. She understood the power of earning interest on her interest. This is a choice you have to make. Are you going to be a Tom or a Sarah? Will you settle for the slow, straight line of simple interest? Or will you embrace the powerful upward curve of compound interest? The difference between these two paths is the difference between having just enough and having more than enough. It's the difference between worrying about retirement and looking forward to it. Every bank, every investment firm will tell you how they calculate interest. You must choose the one that compounds. It is a non-negotiable for your financial well-being. I have told you that compound interest is your most powerful tool, but it has a best friend, and that best friend is time. The more time you give your money to grow, the more powerful the effect of compounding becomes. This is why I tell every young person I meet to start saving now. Not next year, not when you get a better job, but right now. Even a small amount of money can grow into a fortune if you give it enough time. Time is the one asset you have in abundance when you are young, and you cannot get it back once it's gone. Let's look at an example. Meet Maya, who starts investing $200 a month at age 25. Let's say she earns an average of 7% per year. By the time she is 65, after 40 years of saving, she will have invested a total of $96,000 of her own money, $200 times 12 months times 40 years. But her account balance will not be $96,000. Thanks to the power of compound interest, her account would be worth nearly $500,000. The vast majority of that money, over $400,000, is pure growth. It is money she earned from her money. Now consider her friend, Ben. Ben waits until he is 35 to start saving. He saves the same $200 a month and gets the same 7% return. He saves for 30 years until he is 65. He will have invested $72,000 of his own money. But what will his final balance be? It will be around $242,000. Look at that difference. Maya, by starting just 10 years earlier, ended up with more than double the amount Ben did, even though she only invested $24,000 more of her own money. That is the incredible, undeniable power of giving your money more time to grow. So I am telling you with all the conviction I have that you must not wait. Do not tell yourself you will start when you have more money. Start with what you have. Start with $25 a month if you have to. Automate it. Have it taken directly from your paycheck or bank account and put into a retirement or investment account. The amount you start with is less important than the act of starting. You are buying yourself the most valuable thing of all, time. Let compound interest and time do the heavy lifting for you, and you will build a future that is strong, secure, and approved.